In this video, we'll talk about how to write an academic essay in 6 basic steps. Before we talk about the different steps needed to write an academic essay, let's talk about what an academic essay is. An academic essay should answer a question. Now, this may be an assignment from your class at university. It should have a thesis statement. This is the main point of your essay and a very important part of your academic essay. It should present or discuss the question by developing a thesis. The thesis is your opinion or the focus of the topic. And it should include examples, supporting evidence, as well as information from credible sources. So let's look at 6 basic steps to follow in writing an academic essay. The first thing you need to do is analyze the question. The next step is to establish a possible thesis or point of view. Then you need to research and take notes. The fourth thing you need to do is to write an outline or an essay plan to help you organize your essay. Then you need to write your first draft from your notes and research, and the final step is to edit and write your final essay. Let's talk more in detail about each of these steps. The first step is to analyze the question. To analyze something is to examine carefully by finding the different parts or details. A possible essay assignment question might be something like this. Analyze the impact of global warming on future food supplies. Now, this question actually uses the word analyze, but analyze means to examine carefully by finding the different parts or details of the topic. So when you receive a specific question to write an essay about, you will need to analyze or examine carefully the different parts of the question. In this question, the different parts would be the impact of global warming and the topic of future food supplies. You will need to analyze the question or examine carefully what different parts you should include in the essay. Here are a few other words that are often used in assignment questions. Describe. This means to give a detailed account. A possible question might be, describe the effects of marijuana on the brain. Another word that is often used in a question is the word examine. Examine means to look at carefully and discuss. An example question could be, examine the major impacts of mental health on society today. You will often be asked to compare something, which means to find similarities and differences between 2 or more ideas. A possible question could be, compare the effects of marijuana and alcohol on the brain. Evaluate is another word which means to show both the strengths and weaknesses of a topic. For example, evaluate the pros and cons of self-driving vehicles. And one more that you might see is the word discuss. Discuss means to present in detail for examination. Discuss the major differences between solar energy and wind energy. As you can see, these are different words that may be used in an assignment or a question, and although some of the words may sound similar, each one has a slightly different approach. Let's move on to step number 2. Establish a possible thesis or a point of view. So after analyzing the question, you will need to decide what your opinion is or what points you want to discuss in your essay. You will then use your ideas to write a thesis statement for your essay. The thesis statement states the opinion or the main argument that the essay intends to answer. If you're not sure about how to write a good thesis statement, you might want to check out my video about how to write this important part of an academic essay. Step number 3 is to research and take notes. You need to research for information on the internet or in journals or in books or wherever you can find the information you need to discuss or evaluate or compare your topic. You will need to organize the information that you find. You might use a chart something like this to help keep the information that you have found in one place, making it easier to find the source again later. Take notes from your research and begin to collect information that you will use in your essay. Step number 4 is to write an outline or an essay plan. This is a very important part of writing a good academic essay. Here are 3 examples of what an outline or an essay plan might look like. By filling in this information, your essay will be more organized. Now you need to try writing your first draft. The first draft is your first attempt at writing the essay. It does not need to be perfect. This is where you put together the information that you want to present. Use your notes from your research and begin to write the information into sections. Then use your essay plan or outline to continue organizing your ideas. Decide if you need more information to use in your essay. And remember, the first draft does not need to be perfect. The final step is to edit and write your final essay. Use your first draft and begin to rewrite any sections that need improvement. You may need to reorganize or change your essay plan or outline. Check for spelling or grammatical errors in your essay. One good piece of advice is to leave the final draft overnight and read it again in the morning to see if there are any other needed corrections. Often, leaving it for several hours helps you to see the essay in a fresh way and may help you find places where you still need to correct or change. So, as we said at the beginning, an academic essay should answer a question. It should have a thesis statement. It should present or discuss the question by developing a thesis. It should include examples, supporting evidence, as well as information from credible sources. You should explain and describe and give reasons, facts, examples. And if you have quoted from or used any specific ideas from any of the sources that you found on the internet, etc., you will need to use referencing styles such as APA or the MLA format to show where you found the information. If you need help with this part of the essay, I also have another video about how to add evidence to an essay. I hope you found this video helpful in knowing how to write an academic essay. Remember to check out some of my other videos about how to write better sentences, paragraphs, and essays. Happy writing! And be sure to check out my workbooks that are designed to be used along with these videos.